Hi guys, it's really cold, so I'm going to make this video kind of quick. It's about how I dyed my hair with this sort of dip dye effect, so it's sort of like purple at the top fading into pink. It looks really quite good and I really like it. I did attempt to film it while I was doing it, but the mirror in my bathroom isn't head height, so I kept on looking, well, bending really down to look into the mirror, and it kind of, well, it ruined it because you couldn't see what I was doing. So basically what you need to do is wet your hair, and I used a Directions semi-permanent dye, and I think it's called Adore, I'm not sure, but I'll put all the information down below and some pictures to show you while I had the dye on, so you can see what I did. But basically I then split my hair, so I had some down and some up, and I started with the pink at the bottom, popping it on to about there, and then took the once I'd done that all around, I took the purple and took them about there and down, and I changed it up as I went around, so some has more purple, some has more pink, but I just concentrated on the underneath layers, and it looks really good when it's curled, and it's just about noticeable when it's straight, and it looks, I think it looks really good. But when I redo it in a few weeks, when the colour starts to fade, I'll definitely try and film it again for you all, because I do know it's something that that some people like to watch. Because my hair is already blonde, it's quite easy to do. But if you don't have blonde hair, I'd recommend getting this sort of kit. Not this exact one, because this is just the powder, so you'd have to buy the developer separately. But they do a highlighting kit which comes in pink instead of this blue, and it's all in there for you. So you get the tray to mix it in with, a little brush to mix it up with, you get the powder, you get the developer, you get a cap if you want to use the cap, you get gloves. Everything you need is in there. I'd recommend wearing an old top, because you're definitely going to get dye everywhere. An old towel just to wrap around, just to protect your neck so you don't get lots of colour on there. And if you do get any colour anywhere, a good cleanser will take it off for you, no problem. Anything else? Yep, wear gloves, just because you don't want to dye all over your hands. And I left my colour on for about 20 minutes, and you sort of get this effect from it, and it's, yeah, you can just rinse it off, go through with a bit of shampoo just to get any bits that you might have missed, and then dry and style your hair however you want, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know what you think of this, and if you like it, and I'll definitely film it again when it comes to recolouring my hair. That's it. Thanks guys, bye. Hi guys, so the first thing you need to do is wet your hair. I've just gone in the shower to wet it. I haven't shampooed it or anything, you just need wet hair for the dyes to stick. So I'm going to show you what dyes I'm using. I'm going to use a Directions one, which is semi-permanent, and that's in the colour violet. And then I'm going to use this Adore one, which is in the colour magenta. And they're both semi-permanent, and I think the purple and pink will look quite nice together. So the first thing you need to do is, I'm going to brush your hair for just the underneath layers, and sort of go about halfway up. So the next thing you want to do is separate your hair. So I'm going to go from the top of the ears just all the way around and pop that up with a clip. I want it up and out of the way. And now what I'm actually going to do is on this side, because there's more hair on my head, is pull a few sections out that I want a bit of colour on, And then for my fringe, I'm going to split that up as well and just have it on maybe the tips of my fringe. So that I'm going to clip away as well. And then once you're happy with the hair, just give that another brush. And that is that. So you want something to protect your clothes. I'm wearing an old shirt anyway, and this is an old towel. So that is just really to protect my neck. You want to protect your hands. I've actually run out of little rubber gloves that I would normally use, so I'm going to use plastic food bags. And it sounds weird, but they're actually quite good for putting on hair colour.